Be careful. All the people that are your governors are stooges of these people. They are stooges. They are going. The Fulani Caliphate don't need the whole army to come to your place. The only thing they need is someone that they can give the power down, someone with authority that is going to do their bidding, and they will support that person. That is the system they use against the Hausa indigenous people. That is the system they use against them. And they conquer them. Till today, you go to Hausa land today, they are the majority indigenous people in the north. The only thing that is prevalence in the north today is Hausa language. They have taken over everywhere. They've taken over their traditional stools. They've taken over everything and they control everything. They are renaming most of the institutions or establishments that bears the indigenous nomenclatures. This is how these people are. That is who they are and that is how they operate. If you continue to divide and fight yourself, Ijo man is my problem. Ijo man is my enemy. Igbo man is my enemy. Ibibio man is my enemy. Ishekiri man is my enemy. And the rest of them, you will end up like the Hausa indigenous people in the north. Mazen Nnamdi said all these things. And I do not know for the make of me, I don't know why our people are not listening. I don't know, for God's sake, why our people cannot come out and say enough is enough. Enough is enough, yes, but it must be followed with actions. Keep dividing yourself, and you will be history. I am telling you, the Hausa people, they are now fighting, but they are fighting too late. The enemy is in their houses. How can you chase an enemy that is already in your house? How? With political powers that they have, supported by all their affiliates around the world. How then are you going to fight such enemy? Enemy that is already in your gate, in your house. They have opened their gate, they entered into your house, they are there. How are you going to chase them away? Is it possible, Mazuko? I ask every one of you that is listening to me this night, is it possible for you to allow the enemy to enter into your compound? Then you will wake up and begin to fight that enemy right inside your compound, where he has supporters and reinforcements at your gate. How can you fight them? How can you fight these people when they are telling you, wake up, smell the coffee? You said no. It can't happen. They have killed 14 in Delta State. And this is not the first time they've been doing it. They've been doing it and they will continue to do it until you people rise up. And if you fail to rise up, you are a goner. I am telling you the truth. Do you know the reason why in Ghana we don't accept them in Ghana? Do you know the reason? I want all of you to investigate why Ghanaians cannot allow them, no matter how long they live in Ghana, they can never be citizens of this country because they know who they are, they know the antecedents, and they know what they can do. But in Nigeria, in the zoo, they have given them powers to come in anyhow they want. And that is the problem. If you don't protect your fathers, your ancestral land, your children will continue to fight. And I say, God forbid to that. Because I believe that this generation will end the advancement of these aliens that are coming to take over my mother's ancestral land. It is not easy, my brother. What you see there cannot stand these herdsmen, terrorists that are coming. It can't stand them. It's suicidal. That is all I have to say right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Max. Thank you. You really done justice to what we have. Bam, bam, bam. You know they again. Okay, Mazi Sonny, we no see you again. Okay, Erasmus, I don't know. You two, they get network. Huh?
Why they shake like this?
I don't know. Mazi Sonny.
I can see Pastor Van Van Bam here.
Erasmus Day, yeah.
Yes, Mazi
I
Erasmus
do,
he
Oh,
did.
yeah, but I don't know so that day life.
I do,
Headache just the
I
headache the
do.
worry my enemy. Now I just say I come zero small see say that day life.
Now stress is the worry you know be headache.
Why do you think they shake like this now?
Try and go out. Okay. Okay, bam, bam, bam. Just you are coming. You are joining us. You're welcome.
Thank you, Mas you go. Thank you, fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom. A day here, and here we day. No leave, no transfer. Zoo go see him. They go hear Oba. I want to listen to Erasmus. I want to be blessed.
Can you guys hear me?
Very well.
I can't say I've been on the zoo. Why my network on the shake like? On the shake.
You
Brother,
talk
we
to
are
anybody.
Biafra.
You use your network to talk to anybody from Zoo
Oh
today.
yeah, oh yeah, but if you would tag back,
Eda Savo, I will not say that's funny. So, what I want to quickly say, thank you, my brother. I think Maswell has left. You see, I can't wait. I think Samet, by the Prime Minister, should do everything possible in collaboration with the de facto government in Holland to declare this Biafra on the said dates, because that is what is going to solve this problem. I know there are a lot of resistances everywhere. There are a lot of people fighting it to make sure it doesn't happen. He should try his best and make sure it happens. As soon as it happens, all these people fighting it will be forced into the Biafra, because at the end of the day, they are Biafrans. When the federal government is going to clamp down on this, it's not going to clamp down on specific people, it's on everybody who is Biafra. So they will automatically be forced into the Biafra. That's what needs to happen, because all this thing going on is not going to stop. You see, Enugu State Governor, if you go by law, if even with Nigerian law, if they wanted to go by Nigerian law, that guy was not supposed to be the governor. That case, he would have lost that case completely. Now, the question you'll be asking, what happened in the background that he eventually won the case? Now, if you remember, immediately after he won that case in the Supreme Court, one of the first things he started doing was this, trying to give land to Fulani Herdsmen.
Ruga.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ruga. So that tells you what happened in the background. So this is what they are doing. They don't need everybody to do what they want to do. They started with, they needed the heart. For instance, Imo State is the heart, like the heart of Biafra. They use Okorocha to do a lot of Islamic agenda in Imo State. From Okorocha could not, because of Nnamdi, we could not do what they wanted completely, but he started it. He did a lot of things. Okorocha was the one that was willing to support Fulani marrying Muslims marrying Biafrans. Okorocha was one of the people that supported that. Now they used planted Uzodima. Imagine somebody from fourth position. They downed the consequences and they moved into this thing. And the guy has been doing this strategically what they wanted. It's just that Biafrans has been fighting back. Now, governor of what's it called? Enugu State. Enugu State is the major one now they are trying to use, because if you look at that, this in Imo State is the heart. What's it called? Enugu State and Ebonyi State. You see what they use this guy to do in Ebonyi State? Umahi. Enugu State and Ebonyi State is like the boundary. Is the boundary. Because if they capture Enugu State and Ebonyi State, it becomes easy, because the middle belt is almost gone. So it will become a free flow for them to just be moving into Biafra. They will carry out their action and go back. You will shout, they will go, they would have gone back. And already middle belt is already becoming their just like ground that they just walk in and walk out. That's from everything playing out.
Network has thrown him out. Network took
Before Erasmus come back, I want to ask, for those that are informed, I wanted to ask Erasmus this question. Maybe he will come back to help me. This Wadum guy, which of the, okay, Erasmus is back.
Yeah, I was kicked out. I don't, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
We can hear you.
Yes. So, Enugu State, Ebonyi State, that is a key area that our military should focus on. Enugu State. What I do not want at this time, we should not be talking about, oh, this community, they are sabotaging our people. Anybody sabotaging, they should take care of the situation. Because at the end of the day, you cannot leave a particular community to say, oh, this community is sabotaging, because at the end of the day, the sabotage of that community is going to affect the entire Biafra Liberation Army. Because if you leave a loophole in Enugu State, or you leave a loophole because maybe the people sabotage, you now allow them, say, okay, don't worry, we'll leave, our military will leave your area, we'll leave that DC. That area now becomes the stronghold of the Fulani herdsmen. And they will use that Enugu State to invade the rest of Biafra, because that Enugu State is a boundary. Because Enugu State has boundary with the north. And Ebonyi State has boundary with the north. So at this point, if any community is collaborating with Nigerian government, collaborating with Nigerian terrorists, is indirectly fighting the entire Biafra, we should not take it as if it's just, oh, okay, you don't want to protect yourself. You don't, okay, when your community is being attacked, then our Biafra Liberation Army will not be concerned because you sabotage. No, because they are not sabotaging only their community. They are sabotaging the entire Biafra Army, the entire Biafra land, because that's a boundary. That is an access. That is an access route. Ebonyi State, Enugu State, those two places should not be played with. Those two places cannot be played with. If you go back and check the map, go and check the Nigerian map. Check Kogi State, for instance. Kogi State. Kogi State has boundary with about 10 states in Nigeria. 10. And right now, go and check. Kogi State is like the headquarters of ISWAP. Kogi State is the headquarters of ISWAP. So just imagine, and we know that the ISWAP, the what they call them, Meyeti Allah, the Boko Haram, the Ansaru, all the terrorist groups, remember that they are working together. At the aim, the total purpose, the main purpose is Islamic Jihad, which is Islamization of Nigeria. They all have a common ideology, major common ideology. They may have little differences, but that common Islamization is part of the agenda. So just imagine if this in the ISWAP has captured Kogi State, and now you not allow that they have access to Enugu State, they have access to Benue State, and they will not collaborate with other terrorists to not enter.
Please bring Erasmus back, because he's been hitting on this.
He will come back.
He's been hitting on this issue of sabotage.
I don't understand what is going. I don't understand what is going on, but I think something is attacking my phone. Yeah.
Erasmus, can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Why are you hitting so much on the issue of sabotage, and we should not say the people sabotage this and that? What is happening about the sabotage issue, Erasmus?
It's like his network.
They've kicked him out again. I think what he was trying to say about the issue of sabotage is that after sabotaging, we should not just ignore them. They say, oh, if we come, they will sabotage us and they will give them room to fight our people. That we should see keep on going there to support them, even though they are sabotaging, that we should still find a way around it to still secure that place, that we should not ignore them. That's what he's trying to say, I think.
Exactly. That was his point because
Yes.
Yeah, my question is, where is he getting the nail of sabotage and that we are abandoning the people from? That is where I'm trying to get the message
I
from.
think he's
Erasmus, are
back
you back?
now, better now, I believe. Erasmus, are
Yes.
you here? Okay.
Yeah. So, my brother Akbarama, I did not say that Biafra Republic government is abandoning anybody. Please don't misquote me. I always said there is a reason, and Ugo will know why I said what I said. I said at this point, any community that is being attacked, we should take it as if it's affecting all of us. Because at the end of the day, any community that is sabotaging the entire Biafra. That is the truth. We must say the truth. I am not trying to navigate to be
I think,
politically correct.
I
I
think,
am
I
being
think, I think what Erasmus is really saying is about the tweet our Prime Minister made today about the Enugu, the people sabotaging, and our Prime Minister said he has been mute because the people there, whenever our army go there, they are the one that will sabotage our army, and so that he is very soon he will come back there again. That I think I don't know if that is where you are drawing
no,
what you
I've not even seen that tweet. Why I said what
are.
I said was I listened to you, Ugo, when you made
Ah,
reference to it. Yeah, so you were the one that even made reference to it. You
okay,
understand? Of
that
community.
was the tweet. That was the tweet I
Okay.
read. I
So,
read it.
so
That
yes. So that's what I'm making reference to. So I'm drawing our attention to the fact that any community that is sabotaging, they are not only sabotaging themselves, they are sabotaging the entire Biafra. Because
exactly.
Enugu and Ebonyi State is a boundary. Is very strategic. So we should make sure that we don't take it for granted. Any community will just say they are sabotaging this thing, okay, because it's only them. No, it's not only them, it's affecting all of us. That's what I mean. So don't let us not take or stretch what I'm saying. I had to use another phone. I don't know what is happening with this thing. I don't know if it was being that I don't understand. So that's basically what I wanted to point out. The key points here are this. Enugu State, Ebonyi State, they are key states that we cannot play with because those are boundary states with the north. And the middle belt is almost gone. And we don't have to play with those two states. If they capture any of those states, it's going to be a big problem. Thank you.
They were. Mazi Sonny, you want to say anything? Bam, bam, bam.
No, Erasmus has cleared himself. He said he was not portraying the message to the government of Biafra because that is what I wanted to give.
No. That wasn't it at all. No.
Because there are some messages or communique of the Prime Minister, and it is not an issue to debate upon or to give our political correctness or how it should be or how it shouldn't be. Before Prime Minister makes a post, the Defense Council, the War Council have discussed on the matter, and when he makes that post, it is in tandem what is connecting on ground. So there are some issues we don't put on the table to discuss because the way and manner you put Maggie and Pepe on some topic may derail the focus of some people because idiosyncrasy, the way we are, everyone don't have the same mentality or toughness when it comes to freedom fighting. That's why Oyendo said, I tell you what you should know and what I know you should not handle. I will not give the information out because I
Before
don't think
Erasmus
you
go,
hear
I
it.
want to ask a question before he goes.
My brother.
Master Erasmus, please, this Wadum, his trial was called off by the Attorney General. Which of the Attorney General did it? Was it
No.
Malami or this correct one?
No, his trial was not called off. The trial that was called off was the trial of the captain that set him free.
Ah.
Yes, so he was actually tried and sentenced. So
Okay.
they use the disguise of him being in this thing. They just it's something somebody that's supposed to serve 7 years. Probably they will say, oh, the time that he was arrested before this thing, they counted it as part of his jail term, and they
Okay,
now set him free.
was it Malami that did that color? That
Yeah,
color?
it was Malami. Yeah, it was Malami that set
Yeah.
the captain that killed the police officers. That
Okay.
by the police
Because
officer.
Very Dark Man was showing the picture of the current Attorney General. I was like, it is not
No,
this
no, no.
Attorney General, it
It's
is
Malami.
Malami that
It
was
is Malami.
involved in that issue.
It is. Malami has done a lot. Is the worst attorney general, just
Yes.
like that our IPOB lawyer Mandela said. Is the worst attorney general, the worst son in the history of Nigeria, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes. Well, thank you, Mazi Erasmus. Why that issue is very important. No, the thing is that in the zoo, especially those our Biafran people that have already been sold, that have already bought the mentality of one Nigeria, that do not want, to, associate with this freedom because of what they are benefiting from Nigeria. With all those things and those evidence, anybody that is still, lingering in Nigeria, I'm not supporting what we are doing. It shows that that person, is evil and is actually Fulani complete, because there's no way you can, see what is happening. Because today, when I was listening to that Very Dark Man, the way he was talking, I said, so you people will make this analysis and talk all these things, and yet you will still be believing that one day Nigeria will be better. These people that are doing these things, they are the ones in control of the government of Nigeria. Up to tomorrow, Malami still have Malami. I believe that Malami have upper hand than Tinubu, and is in the seat of power. Malami and all those people.
Clear now. It's clear now because all those things are still part of. Because if you check, you will be asking, what has changed since Tinubu came into power when it comes
Exactly.
to Fulani herdsmen? Because the thing is that it's like that is partly what he signed that they allow him to be president. Because obviously they changed the Nigerian constitution just for Tinubu to be president. Because everything changed. The 25% was not important again. Every other thing was not important again. So he became president. So the question will be, what, just like we are talking about Uba, what did he sign? Because obviously he signed to give away our land to Ruga. And that's
Yes.
why he won that case. So the question will be, what did Tinubu sign with them? Because that's why Tinubu, right now, the killing in Benue State, they are not even reporting it again. It's now normal.
It's normal.
Every day. Every day.
And
Now they
what
are
is going on?
spreading. Now
What is
they
going
are.
on in Kaduna? What is going on in Kaduna right now? It's normal. Normal.
It's normal now. It's now worse in Edo State now. As I'm talking to you, they are buying people every day in Edo State. In Delta State, they are buying people, and I think I heard now whether in Enugu State they buy people there in Enugu State as well. So this thing is becoming even rampant, and you see these Fulani herdsmen on a public place, and there were buildings there. So it's not as if it was in the bush. There were thousands with bikes, with their guns and everything. They were observing this thing. So our drones, the drones of the military did not see them. The drones of the Navy, this thing will not see them. The Air Force did not see them. So there is a big conspiracy going on. Tinubu knows, I believe Tinubu knows what is going on. He
Yes.
cannot deny it. He
Yes.
cannot deny it. So that's why I'm saying our government should do everything possible. I trust Samekpa. I trust the Prime Minister. Let him work with his government, work with the federal government. He should stand by that declaration and declare it. Those that are sitting on the fence now will be forced to join this thing. Because by the time everything starts, it's going to start on everybody. Everybody is going to collect from it.
Yes.
Mazi Erasmus, if you will allow me, can I come in here?
Yes.
See, if you speak, if you talk about Wadum was sentenced 7 years. Wadum was sentenced 7 years. And if you look at that man's video, he was saying that Evans was sentenced 21 years imprisonment. In fact, not even 21 years. It was execution by hanging. That was the sentence they passed to Evans. Wadum was given 7 years imprisonment. The Super Cup has also been released. See, There is something that our people have refused to understand. That thing is this: if you served in the Nigerian army before, or had the opportunity to be around the corridors of power, you will feel what I am telling you today. Look, when I was serving, if my promotion supposed to come from exams, I won't get it simply because I am from the Igbo extraction or old Eastern region extraction. But do you know how my ranks came down to WO2, warrant officer second class? It was on the field. It was on the field. In that case, no one would tamper with it because it was awarded. I was promoted right on the field when I performed, and that was how. And one of the youngest senior NCOs in 1 Mechanized Infantry Division, Kaduna, a sergeant as at that time, because sergeant.
Okay.
When you talk of senior NCO, you are talking of from sergeant to staff sergeant to warrant officer second class, warrant officer first class to army warrant officer. That is the end when you come to other rank. If I were to go to exam or be recommended, I wouldn't have gotten it. But my rank comes right on the spot, on the field, because I was very, very strong. I was very, very strong that there is no way they would deny me that rank when it comes. So these people that our people are fraternizing with will destroy us. Like I said earlier on, they don't need the whole army to be, the whole boot to be in Southeast and South. No, they need someone like Hope Uzodinma, and they will furnish him with everything that he needs to do what they're supposed to do for them. That is how they operate. And they will throw in that corn. The fowls in Southeast and South House will be battling with that corn, and they will be trapping you. That is what they do. If you go to North, how they conquered them, they selected few of them, and gave them so much money. And these monies are not coming from them alone. It is coming from interest group, home and abroad. Home and abroad. Go and check how CAR, Central African Republic, chased them away. They couldn't stand them and they chased them away. The remnants of those people they chased away are those ones when Buhari, the imposter, heard it. He now said, come, our doors are open in the zoo. Come. Even when you arrive at the airport, they will give you visa on arrival. And they begin to come. If you ask any Fulani man in the US, he or she would tell you that Nigeria is the homeland of their ancestors as promised by their so-called God. Small letter G. So what are we going to do, my people? The question is, what are we going to do? What plans have we to curtail these people? Like I always say, you see that tooth that is in our mouth that will not allow you to bite any meat, no matter how soft it is, and you enjoy it. How are we going to prune it? How are we going to remove that tooth from our mouth? So that when you eat, you feel free to eat your meat and enjoy it. As long as we have these people within, our journey is going to be too far unless God in heaven descend and deal with these people. Because their modus operandi is not that they will not come to you. Their sponsors are all over the world. If you listen to the Hamas son, The Hamas son mentioned Boko Haram and ISWAP. ISIS, he mentioned them to come for their support. If you listen the other one, I don't know where that one is coming from. Whether it was one of the Muslim cleric in Europe. He was calling the support and funding from their people for ISWAP and Boko Haram in Nigeria. Do you know how many billions these people will gather to support them in order to activate or actualize their agenda in Nigeria? Nigeria is a very big country with enormous resources. They are targeting that country, and once they get it, my brother, it is going to be bigger and stronger than Iran for them. What are we doing? Are we contributing enough? Are we doing what we're supposed to do so that this thing will not happen in our time? When I go to the space before they ban me, you see Igbo speaking Biafrans talking rubbish, politically correct people. Whereas your mother's ancestral land, your father's ancestral land is gone. When our elders speak, it doesn't carry any weight again, like late Ojukwu. It doesn't carry any weight because they know them. They know the number of skeletons in their cabinets, in their kitchen cabinet, and everywhere. They have been captured because of their actions and inactions. When they speak, they don't carry no weight anymore. What are we going to do, my people? What are we going to do? Because this thing is getting out of hand. If you like, Erasmus was saying, sometimes when we go to war, there is a place we call a war room, organization room, and a war theater, as you may call it. There are strategic points that we pick. When you come to Biafra land, those strategic points, like Erasmus said, is Ebonyi State and Enugu State. And that will tell you the reason why. In Enugu State today, as we speak, they have the biggest Islamic edifice in Enugu State. You go there now, you see Chukwuemeka answering Alhaji Chukwuemeka. You go there, you see them, they are talking and sending messages. I'm proud in how Islam is going to take over Southeast in particular. Southeast in particular. And if they fail, if they see that one is not working, what they will do is to begin to, they have money. Our women are their targets. Once they sow that seed of life in our women, and they begin to give birth to their likings, then we are in problem. We are in a very serious problem. And we are going to fight in all fronts, preventing them from sowing that seed of life in our women. Preventing them. And this has to go. We have to do sensitization. That is what we have to do. No matter how hungry you are as a woman, stay away from these people, because through you, when they find the big birds, the mother bird and the father bird, they don't get them, they will go through their chicks. That is their modus operandi. And they have done it in several places, and it has worked for them, and that is what they are doing. Go and check the reason why Asari Dokubo today is a Muslim. So many things was promised for him, and that is what is benefiting to today.
But
the same thing was promised to me.
But Amaswe,
when they saw. Yes, sir.
But let me quickly add something before I forget to what you just said. You see, one of the things that our people don't understand, because you know that our people, Biafrans, we love money very much. And they know. And if you go back and listen to what Emmanuel Bosun, have you listened to that man, Pastor Emmanuel Bosun?
Yes, I've listened to him, yes.
If you listen to what he said on how they plan to capture the East, you will see what you are talking about now, money. Now, when the parents collect money, for instance, the Biafra parents collect money and convert to Islam because of position, a lot of people, a lot of a lot of data people converted, a lot of Edo people converted to Islam, not because of this, but because of contracts. They changed their names. You know that, right? A lot of people have done that for position, for
Even in
jobs.
Enugu and the Ebonyi State, Master
Now,
Erasmus, yes.
see the target. By the time they do that, the person that is converting knows that in his heart he's not a Muslim. You understand? He will think he's smart. He's just doing it for the money. He's just doing it for the money, right? Or position or contract. But the intention is that these people are smart as well. Because their goal is not really you, it's your children. Because by the time you convert, you know inside your heart you didn't convert fully. But your children are going to the mosque. They will start teaching them the Quran. They will start reciting this thing. Those your children
Catch
are
them
the real
young,
Muslims.
yes.
They are the
Catch
real
them young.
Muslims. Those your children. By the time you are gone, those children now automatically they have indoctrinated them, they have brainwashed them, they have recited this thing over and over and over. It will not be part of them. That is the tension. I just wanted to point that out.
You are right. You are right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Please, I would like us to, before we forget, because the time is running, we are running out of time. Let us go to this video again and take a good look, because this is the summary of the whole long video. And if you watch, you will see that this video, after they have published the interview granted by this legal team, they did not show us this part until this man, Aloy Ejimako, said something about the hidden or the part they did not show us. So yesterday or 2 days ago, they brought out the remaining part. But this is the summary of the whole thing. No need, because the full video is more than 30 minutes. So let us listen to this video first of all before we go on.
Of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi, has yet again complained about their inability to hold a pre-trial conference with Nnamdi ahead of his trial before Justice Binta Yako of the Federal High Court Abuja due to the unprofessional resistance from the DSS. This time, the team led by MNK says they will no longer defend Mr. Kanu if the court doesn't reinstate his bail or place him on house arrest. The Federal High Court is accused of not being independent, but working under the instructions of the federal government.
A proscribed organization.
This legal team is not going to be part of murdering justice in a Nigerian court over the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It does not mean we are going to abandon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we will, as a group, as a team, abandon a process. We will refuse to be participants in a process that is geared to pre-program the injustice.
Nnamdi Kanu is detained by the federal government in breach of the orders of the court. The Supreme Court made an order and gave a direction and made a declaration that the continuous detention of Nnamdi Kanu or the purported revocation of his bail had no basis and no legal legs upon which it stands. So, if the Supreme Court of the land has said so, who is the Federal High Court to say otherwise?
Okay, we are welcome back. I don't know. Master Bam, you want to talk?
I think I love this. I think, I have long been waiting for actions like this. You understand? Actions that will, this legal team would come out and take very, serious action or step, knowing fully well that what they are playing in that court is just a game. Because at the time, we were already suspecting that they were part of the game. You understand? In fact, the legal team before now had always been the part of the game. But now we are seeing a different legal team. Now, this could not have happened with FIA Geofor still in place. It couldn't happen. So this shows now this legal team is now independent of a criminal that was controlling the affairs of Nnamdi Kanu's, extraordinary rendition. This is what they would have done for a long time. But Mike Osokeme, who they call him a legal luminary or Iroko nonsense. Iroko by foot. You go to court. Nnamdi Kanu won the case. Not only in that court, he won it every other place. He won in the UN. He won everywhere. Yet, you are going there. They will postpone. You go. And then you come back and talk story. No. This is the way to go. And I love the statement of Aloy Ejimako. He said, it is not that we are abandoning Nnamdi Kanu, but we will not be a part. In fact, it's the first time I'm hearing this particular news. I don't know, when did they do this? They say they will not be a part of that charade.
It's a very long interview, Raphael. It's a very wonderful interview. So that was why I was saying, I wonder why it was not being spread all over. Because if you listen to that Una Emeka, if you listen to that Una Emeka to the end, what that man said, the boldness, where he talked about this in a Biafra agitation. If you listen to that, the guy was speaking like a true Biafran who wants freedom.
We need to do a special analysis on this video.
Even this guy, Mandela, that I do not even trust most times. Mandela in that interview even told them that they think when they kidnap Nnamdi Kanu that the agitation will end. What happened now? What is happening now? That is Samuel not still agitating. Is he not still agitating?
Yeah.
He said it now.
The video, I think tomorrow we will look into. In the afternoon, I and the Max.
It will not be in the afternoon, though. We go do it for evening time, for tomorrow evening.
No, listen, we'll get patience this morning. Now you just wake up. I am telling you that today's afternoon, me and the Max, we did justice. We listened to all of them.
Now, why would they do me bad? Now, don't even tell me say good news like this day. I for them go drink paracetamol and Panadol.
No, not this. In the this afternoon, today's afternoon, earlier today. So is even as I was doing it, I was telling Biafrans that this video will be good if many of us will look into it again. If Max is here, he will understand what I'm saying. So tomorrow, really, we will sit down in the evening and look into, because the video is about 30 minutes and there is no 1 second of it that need to just
no dull moment.
No.
This is the way to go.
Erasmus, you have to be here tomorrow. We have to have
let me know the time I'll be here. This is the way to go. This is the best action the legal team has taken. Because the way it's going, it's like they have pre-programmed everything. You kidnap somebody, you are trying the person, you are not even allowing a legal representation, you are not allowing them to even have interface with the person. On a normal day, how can you kidnap somebody and still be trying that person? Illegality on top of illegality. And you are so let them leave him. Let them no representation. If they are now the judge, they are the accuser, they are the convicted, they are the everything. Let the whole world, let the whole Igbos and the whole Biafrans, let them watch and let's see what they are going to do to Nnamdi Kanu.
Then we will be doing the legal work on ground.
Yes.
We will be doing it on ground in Biafra land. Mad people.
That's the way to go.
Mad people.
How can the lawyers will go and see their clients? They will discuss with their clients. They will write minutes. Then when they finish, the DSS will now collect the minutes. Their conversation with their client, they will collect it, photocopy it. So it means that the DSS will now collect their defense from Nnamdi Kanu. They will go and give it to the lawyers of Nigeria government to use against Nnamdi Kanu.
How is that done? Ejiofor was celebrating that nonsense. Ejiofor will come out and say, done and dusted. After all those nonsense,
the whole thing they shocked me. How did we allow this to happen? You somebody, you said you are accusing somebody. The lawyer will meet with the person. Then the person will discuss with the lawyer how his defense be. You will be listening to everything when the lawyer they talk and waiting he tell the lawyer. Then when the lawyer take notes, minutes of waiting discuss, the defense discuss on what they want to do to defend them, you go copy and you go take photocopy, then you will go give your lawyer to use.
But why would
So
the
before the
lawyer,
case, the lawyer don't already know what who
Erasmus,
does that. Why Nigerians be like this? Why is everybody
Erasmus,
keeping
but why
quiet?
would they give the little paper to the DSS to copy? Are they
Oh,
not
okay, what are they
lawyers? Why
supposed to
would
do
they
when
give
DSS
their
say?
own
It's
copy
not,
to
no,
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 them?
I'm asking you,
no,
my worry
listen,
sister.
wait, wait.
Worry sister, hold up.
Erasmus, hold on. What is sister? It's not that they gave it to DSS.
They
When they
did.
are going in, listen, what is sister?
See,
When they are going to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, if they have anything they want to show to Nnamdi Kanu, maybe there's a news, there's something he jot down he want to discuss with Nnamdi Kanu, they will collect it, not that he will give to them. The force, by force, they go collect them by force,
you want fight
photocopy,
them?
and when they are coming back after seeing Nnamdi Kanu, as they are going back, and they remember they planted gadgets, so anything they discuss, they will listen. So if there's anyone they decide to put down in writing, so that even if you are listening, you will not hear that one. By the time they get to the gate, the same DSS will search them, take it from them by force, go back,
So to copy it.
photocopy it, and give it back to them. So you have nothing, there is nothing you can do. That is why they said, and another thing, they have made it clear that the court, even the court, gets instruction from DSS on what to do. So before you go to court, already DSS have told them postpone it to next year, 13th of March. Postpone it to next week, 15th. They are taking instructions. So they are now telling you we cannot continue this way. It's either we abandon them with their rotten, dead, buried alive justice to do what they want to do, but not that they are no longer standing within Nnamdi Kanu, but they are no longer going to the court, because going to court from now till thy kingdom come is not going to yield anything.
Okay.
That's
Let me
what they're
throw this
saying.
question in now. Where I am, yeah, if you don't have a lawyer, yeah, the government will give you a lawyer. Are you sure these nomadic people now, if these people walk out of the court, not out of Nnamdi Kanu now, walk out of the court that we don't want your wherever, are you sure these two people will not go and get lawyer? That
No.
there is no
Yes,
lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu, so
Where you
therefore
are,
the
where
yes.
you
government will
are,
bring a
Listen,
lawyer. Will they
worry
do
listen,
that?
sister,
Yes or no?
what is sister?
worry sister, listen. This is exactly what they are going to attempt to do, right? They see what they call public defendants, right?
Yes, yes.
They will now offer it to Nnamdi Kanu. The Nnamdi Kanu will now decline the offer.
Okay.
Yes.
Then
Okay.
what this is going to do is to put pressure on the Igbo elite and the Igbo people and the Biafrans to say this is no longer prosecution, this is now persecution. That's what is going to happen. Because what is going to happen is that if these lawyers continue with this case, imagine you go to discuss with your client, everything, every of your defense, what you agreed to say, they document it, and your opponents carry and go give a lawyer. It means that the
It's not
lawyer will
done.
not prepare defense against what you plan to defend. By the time you
Yeah,
get to court, everything that you already have, they already have defense against it. At the end of the day, we'll just be like saying, now play. You go here, say they don't sentence now, they can.
not true.
So and again, by that time you say, didn't you have a legal representation? The lawyers not try. The lawyers did not do this thing. That's exactly what will happen, because it's like it's predefined, it's predetermined what they want to do. So the person, let them not give them that opportunity to do that. Let them put them under pressure. So if they want to go and say, okay, public defendants, they bring lawyer, Nnamdi Kanu will tell them he
We
rejects the
refuse.
lawyer.
Yeah, because they
Okay.
have
You
the right to
understand?
say
If you
no.
Yeah.
people want to persecute me, persecute me. I'm standing. I'm here. You for kidnap me. So you want to be the judge, you are the one that kidnapped him, Nnamdi Kanu will be speaking for himself. And I will now wait to see how Biafrans are going to fold their hands and watch Nnamdi Kanu standing alone, defending himself, and Igbo people, and all the old Biafrans that he's fighting for will fold their hands and watch federal government do this to him. That's what's going to happen.
Can I come in here?
Okay.
Yeah,
Not that they
come
will
in,
postpone the case
but
because there is no
we
lawyer
must
in the court
be
that day. They will
right
not
for that
postpone the
of
case.
all.
They will still
Okay,
postpone.
let me just say this. I won't waste time.
No, go on.
You see, when your own people gathered together, had a meeting on how they are going to betray
Hold on,
their own brother.
Max, hold on. Abia the best, or Abia the best. I don't like this your comment. If you do it again, I might do something you will not like. Stop telling us about Islam here. We are not talking about Islam. Please. Go on, Max.
Is it? I saw the comment when
Saying don't stay away from Islam. Stay away from. I don't like it. No matter what you mean, even if you mean well, the way you are posting it here, it's not good. I don't like it. Go on.
Thank you, my brother. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, physically, in my own way, in my own view, as a human being, was sold by his own people. He was sold. I said it in the afternoon here. When this man was saying that they are rounding up at Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, militarily, when someone is rounding you up, they have cornered you at a particular point. Mazuko, that was what I told you, where there will be no escape for you militarily.
Yeah.
Militarily. Once a military organization said to you, okay, they issue a press conference or a military release or whatever, that we have rounded up these people at a particular, that is, they have cornered you. There is no easy escape for you. It's either you surrender or you die. That was what Ejiofor said. They had meeting with the governors of Southeast. Why did they hold that meeting? They held that meeting simply because they promised them that if you bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu or stop him, just like the way they did to Wazirike, one of you will be the president of Nigeria or vice president. That was what they told them. Will you stay there and allow this opportunity pass us by? They went into action. Unfortunately for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he traveled to Kenya. And who is Kenya? Kenya is a colony of the imperialists and one of the globalists that we are fighting against as well. And their entrance is the zoo. It's just a phone call. It's just a phone call. But everything works for good to them that love God. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, despite that, he didn't die. I told you people, when they sedate you and fly you to a higher altitude, it's likely that you will have a very serious medical problem. If you are sedated and you are flown, you are sedated and you are flown in a higher altitude, if nothing happened to you medically, then you are okay. God is with you. That's what they did to Mazen. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was sedated. If you look his face when they brought him, if there are systems that you can use to, zoom the face of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you will know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was sedated. From Kenya to Nigeria, roughly about 6 to 7 hours. If it is private jet, let's say about 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours or thereabout. That was what that man stayed over there under sedation. And when they brought him, they tried him, he conquered them. Court of Appeal discharged him. I don't want to go into the, if you can zoom it, if you look at his face, you will see that that man was not himself. This is the slow motion of it. 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 Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was sedated. I do not know the kind of injection they gave him in order to put him to sleep until they brought him to the zoo. This man has suffered. If you are one of the people that caused the arrest, the illegal arrest and the detention and the prosecution of this man, you will suffer, your generation will suffer for it. He did not do anything. He asked for his people to be granted freedom so that they will go and live on their own. He didn't commit any crime. As far as ugly, as demonic and barbaric the 1999 military constitution is, because that is not the people's constitution, it's a military constitution. There is no place that agitation for self-determination is criminalized in that constitution. Never. Though they are holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu.
Mazi, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, ma.
Okay, you just made a comment that when the people gather, when your own people gathered to sell you out, yeah, and that is what they did. Now, because they've sold this guy out, right? These people now, and they promised them that, oh, if you can bring him, then you will be the president, right? And they did their own bargain, and they completed their own bargain of the other side of the bargain, but the Fulani did not complete their own side of the bargain. So now, and they saw that the Fulani did not cooperate with them, what is still pushing them for them not to join hand to release this guy now? Because you will say, oh, you've cheated me. I brought this guy for you because I want to be a president. Now you did not give me a president. Okay, why are they not putting hands together now to release him? Because they did not keep the part of their own bargain. Why are they not doing it? Why are they still crucifying him?
Brother Maswe, can you give me 1 minute?
Why are they still doing
Yes,
that?
can you give me 1 minute to answer? Let me answer her. The reason is that we have not put enough pressure on them. Biafrans have not put enough pressure on the political leaders. You remember, right from the beginning, we have always been saying it. Even Mazi Samekpa, Prime Minister, has said it, that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to come from us. It is not the courts. We have not put pressure on them. The people holding Nnamdi Kanu, we have always said it, they are not the Northerners, they are the Southern politicians.
Exactly.
The Southeastern politicians. The Biafrans, when the Biafrans decide for Nnamdi Kanu to come out, he will come out. When they put pressure, when they cannot come into Biafra land, all these criminals cannot come into Biafra land and sleep, they will be forced to go and release Nnamdi Kanu. We have not put pressure on them. Now, which pressure? Just tell me which pressure anybody has put on any of the politicians. Just tell me.
What I'm trying to say is that we are not supposed to put pressure on them, because to them, they've been cheated. They should use their own number 6 to say, oh,
when
both
they
of
have
us
their
went
fight.
into an agreement.
No, sister,
right?
When they have their
And
fight.
you don't keep your own.
When they
use
have their
own
fights
common
of
sense.
corruption. When they have their fights of corruption, don't they have their fights? Somebody like a Boy State governor, they have their fights. All the ICPC, the OICPC, the EFCC, the OEFCC. Any small thing you will say, they will just send your fight to this thing, because there are people that are there. You know they follow this thing. It is a principle. The only thing that will force them is we will force them to go and do it. They will not mind. They will damn the consequence of their fight going to EFCC, and they will be forced. There was now, even the people that will send their files to EFCC will know that they are under pressure. That's why they are doing it.
Erasmus, you see, the reason is this: as they promised them, and see, if you listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it even before, many years before Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the drug baron, became their president, whether they elected him or not. He said it. They have signed an agreement that Ahmed Tinubu will be the president of Nigeria, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, he is going to be. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made another audacious comment that I love so much. You cannot sell your own person and expect those people you sold your own person to trust you. That is the reason.
Yeah.
That is the reason.
Yeah.
After selling Mazi Nnamdi, you think that the Fulani Caliphate, they are fools?
Look at Uzodinma. No, look at this guy, Kalu, former governor of Abia State. You know that Kalu is supposed to be in jail by now. You know he was brought out of jail. Do you know the agreement that Kalu signed with them for them to bring him out of jail? And that case, they didn't withdraw the case, so the case is still pending. So it means that any claim, the case goes back. So you need force, you need pressure to force these people to do what you want them to do.
You see, my brother, you see, you saw look, the people that doesn't, that may look at this thing on the face value are those people that have never worked with these guys from the north, especially the caliphate people. If you fight them, if you challenge them, you become their friend. They will respect you. But when you compromise yourself, you are as good as nothing to them. The reason why they would not give them anything, is because they know them as betrayers. They know them as betrayers. This man that sold his own brother simply because we did this, we promised him this. What would this man do to us when he has the authority within his hands? What will he do? That is their fear. If you know these people, you know them. We know them. We know them.
And most probably, Peter Obi is among that meeting that they went to be the president. Maybe Peter
Look,
Obi
let me tell you, Peter Obi will be the one. Peter Obi, let's say Peter Obi, peradventure Peter Obi becomes the president of Nigeria. He will be brutal on the Biafran people. Mark what I'm telling you. God knows what he's doing. Peter Obi will be brutal. A man that went to on air and said that Biafra died 50-something years ago. Irrespective of what you do, irrespective of the injustices that they are meting out on our people, irrespective of non-federal government appearances or whatever, in our land, in my mother's ancestral land, this man went as far as telling them that Biafra died 50-something years ago. How do you think that man will help you? How? As we speak right now, this man is gallivanting all over the north, soliciting. He is making underground work to become a president 2027. God punish him. That 2027 step, by the grace of God, Biafra would have come long time before that 2027 by the grace of Chukwukikabian. He is setting up boreholes for them. Did you see the comment of the Sultan over here? Is it in Kaduna or something like that? One of them over there. They were praising him. He who brings water brings life. He took water to them. What was the reaction of the groups, the northern groups? They disgraced him. We don't want your borehole. How many boreholes has this man sunk in Biafra land, in Anambra, even in the village where he comes from? How many? This is the kind of person. He will be more brutal than Buhari on IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I swear to God, he will be. And God knows the reason why he is doing the way he is doing his things. Look, let me tell you, my people. Forget about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for now, because the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not in your hand, it's not in my hand, it's in the hands of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the God of his ancestors that brought him out to carry on this path. The only thing you owe Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as someone who believes in ideology is to fight for the restoration of Biafra. God would do, Chukwu Okike Abiama would do what he is known to be on behalf of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The hand that is holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is tough, but it's not as tough in the sight of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Do your thing. Do what you're supposed to do. Let's continue to fight for our Biafra. That God that gave Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that yam in the thick forest will give him the spade-like stick to dig it out. Let's continue, devoid of distraction of any sort. Let's continue with what we are doing. Believe. If you believe in the God of our ancestors, the God, the creator of heaven and earth, you will only pray. The only thing you owe Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is to pray for him. Pray for him. And let's continue doing what we know, how to do best. Continue to contribute. Continue to vote. Continue to do anything that is geared towards the restoration of Biafra. That is the only role you need to play as a Biafran. Forget about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever the legal council decides to do, let them do it. Let them abandon Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to them. Let them take Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever they want to do, let them do it. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has sacrificed his life long time ago for this cause. Even if he died, remember he said, if I die, it will propel Biafra to come fast. It will propel the coming of Biafra. They do not know what they are into. They don't know. These people, their action, whatever. Look, let me tell you one thing about the Igbo Southeast people, these foolish intellectuals, as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu called them. I'm rounding up with this. They will never make hay when the sun shines. It is when the night is falling that they will be running up and down to look for where to go and hide. That is who they are. Judging from the words of Dan Olasi. Dan Olasi told them, and I believe him. I believe him. Do not allow anything. The federal government should not allow anything to happen to Mazen Nnamdi. That is young man. That was how he put it. They should not allow anything to happen to that young man. When the journalist asked him if it's a threat, he said, if they take it as a threat, so be it. They should not allow anything to happen to that young man. And if anything happens to that young man, I don't pray so. I don't pray so. They will resurrect the demons that they have never seen before. And most of them are the people that they use the Zoological Republic money to train home and abroad. And I'm one of them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Max. I don't know, Erasmus, do you want to say anything? Oh, is he not here again? Okay. Erasmus, what is sister? Are you still here?
Obano, they go transfer. I did here with you, my brother.
Oh yeah, talk, just talk small thing, make we go abeg.
Where our Van day here now, vanvava.com.
No, Van man Sonena then go summarize them for us.
My brother, there is nothing to say again, Jerry. We said it all. The thing is that, like he rightly said, nothing must happen to our leader. You understand? Those people that they saw what happened, and nobody, because I will not be cooperating with somebody that I enter into business with, and I kept my own bargain, and you did not keep your own side of the bargain, and you still expect me to carry on playing along with you. No, it's not going to happen. If they are scared of their life, then they should support behind closed door by donating, by stopping them selling land to the Fulanis. They should not be selling land to the Fulani, even though the Fulani is pressurizing them. They should say, listen, nobody wants to sell land. The land doesn't belong to me, even though I'm a government. but the land belongs to individual. They can say that there are ways they can go about it to make the Fulani knows that they are kind of withdrawing from this mess that they, that they entered. Because at the end of the day, it's not working. It's not working for them, and they know it's not working, and it's not going to work. This man they enter, like he said, maybe true, he signed paper. If number 4 go fit become number 1. So, and this guy was supposed to lose the case, and he's the one that won the case. Obviously, he's doing that bidding, and not doing that bidding is by selling lands to these people now. And you don't do one, it not favor you. You they do the second one, they get the sell land. So what is the third that you are going to do? Pack the whole of your people in that state and hand over to them because you are a half Fulani? So it not go work, my brother. So at the end of the day, like he talk, we go after on the second. The pressure not be here. They must feel am. Anyhow, hook or crook, they must feel am. They must feel am so that they go know say yes. We don't. The madness have not even started, and they thought we are mad. Everybody that time go they mad, So that is what I say in it, my brother. Thank you. We've been here since, so I think I finished saying what I have in my mouth. Let my pastor carry on.
They were You want do any? You want talk?
We've said it all now. Let's round up and leave the bulk of the discussion tomorrow. Tomorrow,
yeah, tomorrow we'll discuss on the whole video. Sonny? Mazi Sonny? Okay, Erasmus, it was your network, really. Erasmus, do you want to say anything before we go? Okay. It's like Erasmus is still having some network issues. Erasmus, tomorrow you will join us in the...
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Mazi Sonny, I beg.
We'll have a better time tomorrow because I actually wanted to go live, to call us to go live on a joint media because of that video of the legal team. So when I saw that you were live, I said, okay, let us leave it for tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow because, actually, I have the full video. Tomorrow we'll go through it again.
And I don't know if the one the Zoom media posted has not been edited. Because the one I
believe I believe it was edited as well. They
removed Allah will post the full one. Maybe we need to look for it from Allah.
Are you sure Allah have the full one? Who will give him the full one?
I posted the one that was not edited.
Yeah,
I posted the one that was not edited. So
on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Today.
We work on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Because the legal team have really done their job. It is now they are speaking like my minister Bam said. It's now they are speaking as the legal team, which we had wanted them to be. Not jumping from banana to mango tree and from orange to cocoyam. Now they are actually dealing with the monkey island which they were supposed to be working inside. They're doing their job now. So when Biafrans listened, and is it Erasmus that said the video is not making the rounds or it is not trending? That's Erasmus. The people that covered the video, they suppressed the video from the media in the first place. It was when Ejimako protested and started writing on his Twitter handle that we started pushing some of the quarter video that he was giving. That is why you have now seen that the Zoom media have now released the video, even as they have edited some part out. Because they don't want to hear anything that is the truth about it. They don't want, when you listen to the complete video from all the lawyers that spoke, you see the lawyers speaking with this enthusiasm of being a Biafran, not just a legal practitioner. They spoke inbornly and the fire was burning in them. In out, you get to understand that these people are pained not just as a legal practitioner, but as a Biafran. They are pained. So listening to the legal team alone is a win-win. We will not be part of the court trial or prosecution that you call it, or execution, or whatever you call it, if we cannot have access to discuss with our clients prior to any appearance in court. Where is it done? The kidnapper that they just released yesterday, the terrorists that have killed and ravaged communities and cut off heads of babies. This is someone that was given legal practitioner to listen to and brought his nonsense to court, and they did not even use that to decide his fate. They used the veto power of the presidency to bring the person out. Like you said before, Evans is treated differently. Why Wandume, a kingpin, a terrorist, which we all know, was given preferential treatment. So the Biafran people have done much, and they are still doing, and it is not the pressure from the legal team long ago that have brainstormed this far. No, it has been the focus and determination, the firepower from the Biafran people. So we should not say the Biafran people have not done much with the pressure. The Biafran people have done so much with the pressure that they have given. When you are looking at this issue of the Biafran people doing so much with the pressure on the government of one Nigeria, you need to also come back to understand that the system was created and kept in such a way that you now become a puppet. You become a beggar that you will be begging your way out. They give you the devil's choice to make, where you are thinking, if I am shouting Biafra, will I be the next to die by the sword? Will they shoot me dead? If I am to shout Nigeria, will they also kill me? Because people that shouted Nigeria and carried Nigerian flag, they were all shot to death in Lekki. And people that now carry Biafran flag, they have also been shot. Then Boko Haram is there rampaging everywhere, and the government are giving them a safe haven. It's only when you speak Biafra that you become an enemy. With this on ground, yet the Biafran people are formidable and have been giving so much pressure to the government and to enablers that we have as governors and ministers and senators representing the interests of one Nigeria. If it has not been the pressure and the firepower of the Biafran people on these evil politicians, today as we speak, Biafra land would have all been turned into IDP camps. It takes a people to be convinced and determined to take decisions in the midst of a tyrannical government. You need to understand one thing and then come back to reconsider that these are Biafran people that are situated in a place that is controlled by the same Fulani terrorist government and their enablers. They can invade your house at night and then pick all of you and cut off your head. They control the system. That is why we need to give kudos to this very government of Biafra now, and the Biafran people that are in existence now. Do you know why? Because during Ojuku's time, Ojuku was already the governor of the eastern region, Biafra land, commanding the eastern region entirely before the declaration of Biafra. So every Biafran had known that Ojuku is the governor and the spokesman of Biafra. It was just the mandate to give him the go-ahead mandate and say, declare Biafra. This has been since when? 1900 down to that time. Over 50-something years. Now, I want you to now consider that the Biafran government in exile have not been in charge and control of the eastern region since 1966 to this very time. We did not have any structure inside the government of One Nigeria and downtown of Ground Zero to say that we have been in charge for the past 60 years of One Nigeria existence. The government we have now is in exile and the de facto government in the homeland. And we are not operating any physical office in the homeland for anybody to see. So it is not an easy thing to have a government in exile with the pressure that has been put on ground to destroy the focus of the One Nigerian Islamic State. No, the Biafran people deserve so much kudos. The Biafran people in the homeland, they deserve so much kudos because they have given so much pressure, so much and excess pressure to the government of today. When you sit back to look at the drawing board, you will understand how far what the Biafran people have achieved with the sit-at-home and with every civil disobedience, and with the way they have applied and obeyed every instruction from the Prime Minister. This is when you will understand very well that the focus of the Biafran people, the pressure that they have given to the enablers, governors and senators and ministers that we have in the East, have yielded so much fruit. It is because of that pressure that you see that necessitated the federal government to say, Musa, go into Biafra, everything that answers Biafra. Now there is a government. If there was no pressure, why will you come and then instead of you to tell us that you are fighting the Biafra Liberation Army? Like Musa came out and said on air, Simon Ekpa, voice, group have taken. Some of you may not have understood something. When Musa came out and shouted before in the National Assembly and national television, that was where One Nigeria shot themselves on the leg and they were about to shoot themselves on the neck finish. They called Musa and locked Musa up because the pressure from the Biafran government in exile, under the leadership of this Prime Minister, was getting so much higher. Yes, we are going, marching again. That is why Musa came out to come and shout. So the pressure was very high. But the way Musa was shouting, Musa was getting off the rail. They called Musa back, lock him up first. They tell him, next time you go, you don't give credit to Simon Ekpa. You don't have to give credit to the army of Simon Ekpa. Because when you give, it means we are already allowing them to take control. That is why when Musa came out, Musa desisted from using and putting it straight at Simon Ekpa, and that we are taking over the airspace. No, Musa now, everything they are doing now, they are using ESN, because it is what they've given to them. So the pressure from the Biafran people was yielding so much fruit, and it is still yielding, and it will multiply. So I say thank you to the Biafran people. Keep focused and keep doing the good work, and to the Prime Minister and the Biafra Defense Forces. Tomorrow, and thank you all for all the speakers that have contributed and those that will be listening later on. We are loyal to all of us. Ndewo Biafra.
Ndewo Biafra. Good night. Tomorrow we will do justice to the whole video. Now, good night.
Must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we're making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.